One day I woke up and I realized that, for some reason, I turned into a baby. At that time, I didn't understand why that happened, but now that a few months have passed, I kind of understand what happened. And everyone here in the neighborhood understood too. Now everyone here is a baby, even Bob's cousin who arrived here. They're happy, but I don't understand why everyone turned into babies. Now I'm leaving here, and my friend lives in front, and now you can see that he just arrived here. He has a lot of strength, but the police officer, for example, can't leave the house. He's simply stuck and can't leave. Okay, I'm coming here to help the police officer. I'll only open this door if you promise that I'll never be arrested. If you promise that, I'll open this door. And he refused. Okay, I'm leaving here, but he got scared that I really left. He said, calm down, I changed my mind. I knew he would change his mind. Now promise that you won't arrest me. And he agreed. So now I'll finally open this door. This door is very heavy. I'm not being able to open it, so I'll use the secret technique to get inside here. I'll have to crouch like this and manage to open the door. Dude, I need you to leave now, because this is really heavy. So he finally left. I left too. Dude, this door is very heavy. Why don't you leave through the garage? I think it would be much better. He said, dude, I don't like being small. I don't know how everyone here doesn't even ask why we're small. Dude, I say the same thing. Everyone here normalized being small. They went back to work like nothing happened. That simply doesn't make sense. Me and you are the only people who can't stand being small anymore. We have to find out what's happening. But now he's coming here to do his job. Okay, I'll get out of the way. I still don't know if this is happening to the whole world. If it's really the whole world that's like this is much worse than it seems. But now I'm coming here to talk to Big. Big, you have to stop working. So he finally ended up arriving here. He said, I think being small is much better than being big. Dude, that obviously doesn't make sense. Being big is much better, and we have to figure out how to be big again. It's very hard to work here in the city being small. He said, one day everything will go back to normal. For now, be happy. Big, you're simply crazy. I can't hear what you're saying. Now you can see that Bob is coming right here, and apparently he fell on the ground. Okay, that's terrible. I have to take him to the hospital now. I'm coming here to see how he's. Really, he's down here on the ground, but he got up. He said, it's all fine. No need to call the ambulance. Obviously, it's already too late. The ambulance is already coming here to rescue you. I'm very happy that the ambulance is still working. Most services here in the city ended up stopping, and now the doctor ended up arriving here. But this doctor looks completely crazy. He said, who's the patient? I think it's pretty obvious that it's Bob. He's completely injured. Can't you see that? So he'll finally help Bob, and now he's on this bed. He went back in the ambulance, but the door is still open. Calm down, I'm coming here too. He simply started driving and didn't close the door. Dude, you have to close the door. This is simply madness. I don't know how he drives so badly. Seriously, he's driving really badly. I don't even know if he's doing that on purpose, but the truth is that he can't see the street properly because he's very short, and after a lot of difficulty he arrived at the hospital. Dude, you shouldn't be a driver because you can't see the street properly. He said, I'm not even a doctor to tell you the truth. Even Bob got scared and is secretly leaving here. He did the right thing by leaving. Dude, how are you not a doctor and still work at the hospital? Apparently, he also doesn't know, but he arrived back here and he realized that Bob left. Literally, Bob escaped, and now he's coming after Bob exactly in this part. Bob realized that he's coming here, and now Bob just started running. I really shouldn't have called this ambulance because this guy is completely crazy. Now me and Bob are here at home, and we have to observe the windows to make sure this doctor isn't coming here. But literally, he's passing right here in front. I hope he doesn't come to my house. And luckily, he passed straight. Actually, he stopped, and now he's looking back here. This is simply a horror movie. Dude, let's go up here. This is the only way to survive. While he's going to the bathroom, I'm coming here to see everything he's doing. And now the doctor is coming here to my house. This is simply scary. He's coming here, but he can't open the door. You can see that he's trying, but he can't because he's very heavy. He said, if you open the door, I'll do a backflip. I'll never do that. I doubt Bob will do that too. Actually, he has sent here. Dude, where is Bob? From what it seems, he arrived right here, and he'll simply open this door. And now he managed to do it. And now he did a backflip. And I don't know how he manages to do that, but now I'm going down here running. I'll have to lock this door. Both of them won't enter here. This is a private property. And now you can see that Bob is being taken to the hospital by a doctor who's actually not even a doctor. This is scary. And now Bob left and he's simply running, and he hid back here. Bob is really a genius. Now you can see that he ended up coming back there, and he simply didn't know where Bob is. I won't open this door no matter what. And now he's coming right here. He said, I just want to do some scientific tests, but a person ended up arriving here. Even the doctor is looking back here. He said, stop disturbing others, and let's find a cure to become big again. Wait, I have to get out of here. Are you seriously looking for the cure? And you can see that both agreed. I want to help you. I think everyone in the city is tired of this. We don't want to keep living being this size here in Brookhaven, so I promise that I'll help you. And you can see that both are very happy. This guy is crazy, but his brother is even crazier. But even so, I'll help you. Now I'm following him because I want to know where they work. As far as I know, they work in a very distant place. Don't tell me you work at the cemetery. Actually, he's arriving right here, and for some reason he stopped. Dude, why are you stopped there? He said, it's very hard to climb here. I always need help. There's this thing back here that can help me climb up here, but it really doesn't work. It's very difficult. Now I understand why he needs help. From what it seems, he'll be carried to manage to climb up there, and now he's stuck. I don't think that was in his plans. He said, and now, what do I do? Dude, obviously I don't know. Why did you ask me something like that? But I'll figure out a way to get you out of here to finally climb up here. So I'm coming here in the front to see if someone can help us. But from what it seems, there's a van passing here. Okay, I have to talk to the guy in this van now. Perfect, I'm here in the front, but he won't stop. I don't know who's driving this, but now he's coming back here, and you can see that he drives very badly. I even have a little bit of fear, and he just broke his car, and now Bob's cousin got out. Dude, how do you drive so badly? I've never seen a person driving so badly in my life. He said, I can't see anything. You have to buy an adapted car. Here at the dealership, there are very small cars that are very good for us who are small, and it seems that he agreed with that. I think he's coming here to buy this vehicle. Okay, this is very good, but now I'm coming here because in this van there's this ladder. Okay, I have to get this. Look, I brought a ladder here. I'll put it right in this part, and now it's easier to climb here. And he's carrying his brother, who now is finally coming here. Okay, I'm climbing up here too, and now he's calling me inside there. I don't know if I should enter here. This place looks scary. I think the only thing scarier is this guy. Okay, don't worry, I'll enter here, but this place is very different. He said, it's here where I do experiments on test subjects for the good of science. I noticed that there are very different potions here, and now he's coming back here. It seems that he has something hidden here. I'm literally in a secret part of this hospital in Brookhaven. While everything down here is normal and very organized, up here is totally different, and now he'll work as if he's a real doctor. But now I arrived right here to see what's happening. What is this that's in front of me? Dude, this is an alien. He said, cool, right? Actually, this is scary. I don't want to help you anymore, so I'm leaving here running. Now he just arrived right here. He even said goodbye. Dude, this is scary. I never want to come back here again. Now I'm finally returning home after all this that happened. I never want to see the scientist again, but now I want to watch TV. Amazingly, there's still the news that airs here every day, and you can see that the journalist changed a lot. He said, it's official. The whole world is small and no one knows the reason. This simply can't be true. Now this means that this will never change. Everyone will be small forever. But this isn't the future that I want. Actually, I want to be big again. But now I'm coming to sleep, but I'm very sad about everything that's happening. So now we're finally in another day, but today I woke up with a new idea. I'll accept living the way I am. Now on shaving, I think I'm a little better this way, because it's more organized. And now I finally left the house ready to change my life. And this crazy scientist is already coming here. Dude, don't even ask, because the answer is no. I don't want to do these experiments anymore. He said, how did you know I was going to say that? You are much more predictable than you seem. I can predict all your steps. And the next thing you'll do is leave here. And he actually ended up leaving, but he's looking here. He doesn't know how I predicted that. He said, you're a genius. Okay, I'm finally arriving here, and they're already buying the car. Even the car salesman is very small. There are 2 cars here that are for sale. He said, I want a small car, but different from these. And I agree with him. I want a vehicle like that. I want a small car, but one that is very different. He said, I think I have the perfect car for both of you. Now he's coming right here. This car looks perfect. Okay, I'm arriving right here. I want the green car for me. And now Bob's cousin is signing the contract. I think I arrived here too late, but right back here there's another vehicle. I want the red car. So he gave me the contract, and both of us are signing this to get the vehicle. And now both of us are leaving here with vehicles made for us. After all, they're small vehicles. And now I finally can see properly. It's very good to finally drive cars again. And it's very weird seeing him driving. He said, what is this button called turbo? Calm down, don't press that. He pressed it, and you can see that he's running a lot. Okay, I'll press this button too. And now I have the fastest car of all. Simply, it's very fast. This is impressive. And now there's a new mansion here, which apparently belongs to Bob. I want to buy this mansion. So he arrived here, he said. And who said that I built this to sell? Dude, you're really a genius. He built a mansion for himself. You're the most genius guy I've ever met in my life. He said, I know, I'm going back home. And you can notice that Big bought the new vehicle, which is exactly his size. And you can see that this vehicle even drifts. This is amazing. He's uncontrollable. He's spinning everywhere and he's hitting my car. He got very close to hitting my car, but luckily he didn't. That really was close. But now I'm coming here. I'll sleep a bit. But a few hours passed, and for some reason Bob's cousin is coming here. Why did he come to my house out of nowhere? Okay, I just arrived here. Tell me what happened. He said, can I sleep here today? I sold my house. He sold his house to those scientists who already destroyed everything, and now even he's looking here. He said, according to my calculations, everything is calculated. Dude, I can't believe you did that. Those guys are crazy. Do you regret it? And he disagreed. Okay, so there's not much I can do to help you in a situation like this. If you want, you can sleep in this room. He really came here. Okay, that was supposed to be a joke, but he really took it seriously. And it seems that he's sleeping right here. Calm down. You have to come here. There's a bed upstairs for you. I'll let him stay with my bed because I won't sleep anymore. I simply lost my sleep, and I want to know what the scientists are doing now. I'm arriving right here. How did they build this house so quickly? And from what it seems, this scientist is climbing here. I don't know what they're doing, but I think I'll help. Here's the thing. I want this hammer to help you here in the construction. He literally just handed me this. Dude, you're very weird. You simply have no emotions. He doesn't care that I abandoned him out of nowhere. He said, 2 years ago, I invented the cure for sadness. I don't get sad anymore. For some reason, I think he's not joking. And after a few hours, this was built. It's actually pretty cool. And now he's already coming here. Let's go do the experiments. So we're coming here. I know it may seem weird that I'm helping them, but it's actually cool to be part of this group of scientists. He said, do you want to become a wolf? Look, of course I want to. Now you just have to stay right here. I'm lying here on this bed, and now these rays appeared that will turn me into a wolf. Oh my god, what is this? Obviously, I'm not a wolf. Actually, I don't even know what I am. He said, looks like a platypus. Okay, let's get out of here to see people's reactions when they notice that I'm simply this animal. I look a little like a cat, so both of us are coming back here. Dude, I'm very weird. I don't even know how you got this result. Bob is coming here. As soon as he passes near here, I'll appear. Okay, I'm right here. And it seems that he saw me because he's looking back here. And Bob is very scared. I'm simply a cat, but he grabbed this axe. Okay, I better get out of here. Both of us came back here running, and he had to lock the door because Bob is simply crazy. He's hitting the door and he's trying to break this. He really thinks that I'm very ugly. He said, it's better if you go back to normal. And maybe it really is better. So I'm coming here. So he opened this door, and now it seems that there's already someone on the bed. These lights are coming down. He did this in a different sequence, but for some reason he became big. You can see that he's big again. He's the first big person I've ever seen in my life. Now even Bob arrived here, and he's impressed with what he's seeing, because this guy is big again. So Bob arrived right here. He's trying to become big too, but I think that didn't work very well, because now he's green. Simply, he became green. Even the scientist ran away from here. Dude, Bob's situation isn't very good, but now it's my turn to go back to normal. I hope I can go back to normal. So these lasers are falling, and I'm finally back to normal. And now Bob is green. He said, what do I do now? You're going to go on television and you're simply going to get rich. Amazingly, I'm not joking. A few hours passed, and I'm watching TV, because both of them will appear there. Now the TV show finally started, and you can see that the biggest guy of all just appeared, and Bob also ended up appearing. This is simply amazing. He said, if one of them became big, it's because all of us can become big again. Okay, this is really scary. I turned off the TV. This means that, probably, they will come after the scientist. I simply know that this will happen. Wait, what are you doing here? He said, I think they'll come after me. It's simply obvious that they'll do that. Sooner or later, they'll come to your house. Dude, how did you enter my house out of nowhere? I didn't even see you entering here, but you're really right. They'll start looking for you. And actually, it seems that they're already coming here. Literally, the military arrived, who now came down here. And now this door is coming down, and 2 soldiers came out of here. Even the soldiers are small. And now both of them are coming here to get the scientist. Actually, they're coming here in a totally secret way. So he jumped here. He's aiming at the doorknob. From what it seems, he hit it, and now they're coming inside. I don't know if they're after the scientist or if they're looking for his notes. And now he arrived right in this room. This soldier came here too. And now he got on this bed, and these rays started falling. Dude, will this work? He really went back to normal. They really found the cure for all of this that's happening here in the city. He said, do you intend to return to normal size? I don't know if I should go back to normal, because this way I'm really cool. Now many months have passed, and literally all people ended up returning to their normal sizes. I'm watching TV, and you can see that the journalist is like this. He really ended up going back to normal size. I think it's time for me to finally accept going back to what I was before. I'm coming here to talk to Big. Do you think I should go back to normal? And from what it seems, he agreed with that. So now I'm coming right here. Here's the thing. I'm ready to do the surgery. So he's writing about this, and this crazy guy is calling me here. Okay, I want to see if I'll go back to normal. I'm really a bit scared. Now these rays started falling that will make me giant again. And now I'm giant again. It's very good to be back to my normal size. And I'm coming here to get my car. This car is too small for me. But Bob appeared right there, and he's still small. Dude, why don't you go back to normal size? He said, you were right. Now I'm famous and rich because I'm green. Dude, I don't believe this. But now he's really very rich and has a lot of money here in his house. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, you just have to become a member of the channel, and I'll add you on Roblox.